Okay, I'm recording again, and I'm back live again just for my YouTube channel. But, so what people don't understand is Little Wayne literally said that he is a venereal disease. And by him stating that he is a venereal disease, and last time I checked when I was in school, I remember something like this. It was on the Magic School Bus. Okay, the Magic School Bus. Remember they said we have two types of blood cells? One that fights for us, the white blood cells and the red blood cells. Okay? So they said it's like a war in our body, and we have one side fighting and another side to keep us protected. So when Little Wayne said that he's a venereal disease, it made me start questioning, what are all these stars? You see all these, pop stars and all this shit? I'm starting to connect the dots with Big Pharma here. Okay, and when I say I'm starting to connect the dots with Big Pharma, I'm connected a lot more than people understand, because even little Kim said, you got gonorrhea, you're burnt. Gonorrhea is a venereal disease also. So if Little Wayne says he is a venereal disease, and little Kim says gonorrhea, you got gonorrhea, you're burnt, like crispy burnt, like charcoal. Okay? I'm just telling you. There's a lot more that Big Pharma is doing here that people don't understand. And if you think that slavery is over, you're far from being correct. Far from it. Okay? It has just been disguised right in front of your eyes. People can pretend like they don't. But look how nice all these people are living, and they're living so not big mansion houses, and that's how they do here in America, because they work so hard. No, they have plantations. They're still in full effect. They're still in full operation. People are unaware, okay, of what the fuck is going on, okay? But if Little Wayne is a venereal disease, like he outright states, and little Kim tells ya, I'm just saying, what the fuck is really going on? Because we were taught about our body having white blood cells that fight against other blood cells that try to enter into our body. So if that's the way our body is operating, the slaves could be hid within each and every one of us. Do you see how this is working and operating here? And then you got Mr. Doctor, Big Pharma, and we need you to take this, and we need you to take this, and we need you to take this. Of course you do. So that you can keep all the people here, because you want to get all the people that are over here working from Mexico. You want to bust them, but you don't want to bust the people that are paying them cash, because those are the people that are actually committing fraud to the United States government, because those are the people that are not paying taxes, because they're not claiming that they're paying these people cash. Oh, but you don't want to catch those guys because what reason? They're committing fraud. I don't give a fuck if it's a big ass corporation. I don't give a fuck if it's a huge chain of hotels. I don't give a fuck. If you're paying them cash, you need to claim that to the United States government, because you need to be paying taxes. I don't understand why you're going after the little man and you're not going after the big man. Okay? Because that's fraud. And there's a bunch of fraud that's going on here with these quote-unquote people that are supposedly the good guys, okay? They're not the good guys, okay? They are far from the good guys, okay? And everything here, all the fucking music, they're like, oh, I will die for you, I will kill for you, I will steal for you, I will cheat for you, because I love you. Yeah, that's not love. That's called you're a prisoner. And last time I checked, under the United States Constitution, there's a loophole for slavery under the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution. And the slavery loophole has to do with prisons. United States has the biggest prison system in the world. Not only do they have the biggest prison system in the world, majority of them are for-profit prison systems. Okay? So it's not about, hey, this is the crime, or it's for profit. So if they don't have, those for-profit prisons need to have a certain amount of beds full, and if they're not full, they don't get a certain payment. Do you see how this is working here? It's a big fraud. Okay? Just how we have Big Pharma, we have the United States, and then oh man, you can get drugs easier in the prison system than you can on the streets. And that's the outright truth. And guess who's bringing it in? All the guards. All the guards, the people with clean fucking records, the ones that do background checks that are fucking perfect, you know? They're also in prisons. All the rapes are happening. The most rapes happen in prison systems, behind closed doors, behind closed walls, and it's not by the inmates. Inmates are involved in it slightly, but it's more so the people that have clean records. You know, those sheriffs and those deputies and those highway patrols. Yeah, they're rapists. Rapists. Okay? So the United States government is harboring all this, and I don't even think anything fucking happened in history as far as people standing up and fighting for their rights, or, oh, everybody fought and we went to war and we fought for our rights, because I don't think anybody here has any balls to fucking do it. You know why? Because they're teaching kids in school that they fucking evolved from animals. So they evolved, really? Because I didn't evolve from an animal. I've been free my whole time. I don't fall under the United States. And secondly, yeah, I never evolved from an animal, because once you understand, see, this is what they do. They program your kids that they evolved from an animal. Now your kids believe, hey, I evolved from an animal. They walked themselves into being property. Do you see how that works? Because under the United States, an animal is considered property in the court of law. And a property has a master, an owner, a slave. They're a slave. Is that not what a slave was in history? They were considered an animal. So, I mean, I'm just saying, why would you want your kids to believe that they evolved from an animal? I mean, I went in and I'll cuss my daughter's teacher out. She can teach her kids that, and you guys can be property if you want to. But the past, present, and the future, they exist at one time. Albert Einstein was 1,000% correct. And let me tell you why he is correct. He is correct because if dogs, if their time is equivalent to 7 years for every 1 people year. Okay, 7 years equivalent to 1 people year. Okay, do you see the difference there? So 1 people year is equivalent to 7 dog years. So you see how that's working? I'd like to see all the time charts for all the animals and how it adds up to people years. You see how the separation happens there. Not only does it happen there, but it also, is the past, present, future existing at one time? It sure does. Because dogs, when they talk, they bark at each other. Gorillas, they talk to, all animals have a language amongst themselves and between each other. As humans, as people do, they have language between themselves, between each other. So their language as animals is separate, just how people's language is separate. Huh. God, they're pretty close. I mean, gosh. People are like, we're on top of the world. But they're there too. And if you choose to be an animal, that's on you. Because I'll never be property. You understand me? Never. Nor will I instill that in my kids' heads, because I don't ever see that's where the United States thinks I'm stupid. My kid, no. Everybody else here's stupid, but I'm far from stupid, and my kids will not be walking themselves into being property of this fucking bullshit ass government. My kids are now animals. They never came from animals. They didn't evolve from animals. We did not evolve from animals. Because what's going on here in the United States is Big Pharma. This is the sex slave, the sex trade, slave trade, all that, because they're raping these animals. You think that, because how is an animal going to tell you that they're being raped? Oh, they can't tell you. You don't speak pig. You don't speak dog. You don't speak whatever language that particular animal may speak. Oh, but you best believe that they're fucking raping him. And how the fuck are they going to tell you? Because you know why? You don't speak dog. So how would you know that that's what's happening? Because the dog would never be able to tell you. The animal would never be able to tell you. Do you see how the United States has their sex slave operation in disguise? That's what the fuck's going on. Like all these undercovers. They love coming because they know. They got me on my live on YouTube. They already know. I don't get, look, cause they kind of slowed down on their little things, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get it out there, and I don't care if whoever thinks, well, y'all can think whatever. Cause the reality of it is, all the crazy ones are all the ones that knew what the fuck that they were talking about straight up. Okay? And, basically it takes somebody to die here in this country for them to say, oh, they knew what they were talking about. And I ain't trying to be no motherfucking hero. Okay? But I am trying to open up the eyes as many people as I can, because what the fuck is going on here is some bullshit. And if you okay it, you best believe it's gonna be happening to you. So, when you're in a predicament where you're being raped and you're being touched and you're being fucked and there's nothing you can do because nobody will know that it's fucking happening to you, and the United States government has Facebook and they're fucking allowing people to fuck animals on there, and they say it's not against community standards. They say that it's normal to fuck animals. No, that's called rape. I don't get, people are like, oh, it's bestiality. No, it's not. It's called fucking rape. It's called rape. Okay? And then I have somebody come in, have a dog, and I say, oh, is your dog a male or a female? They said, oh, my dog's non-binary. Really? So did your dog tell you that your dog's non-binary, or did you make that decision for the dog? Oh, but you don't want the decision made for you. You don't want them to tell you that you're a boy or a girl. But you can make the decision for a dog. Oh, I see how this is working. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if you can make that decision for another living animal, being a dog, whether, I don't give a fuck, okay, then that decision can be made for you. I'm just saying, I'm tired of all the fucking bullshit that's going on here in the United States, and everybody plays stupid, okay? They play stupid because they're living so luxury. Yeah, they're living luxury off the backs of others. That's what the fuck's going on in the United States government. And that's what the fuck's going on here. They don't want people to know. And I'm glad I have a set where this can get out across the world. And I'm sure nobody in the world, they're probably going to be like, I'm sure it's going on in your hometown, your country, wherever the fuck you're from. This is sick. This is sick. It's more of us than it is of them. And the reality of it is, look. They don't have nothing without us. Nothing. Okay? There was a country, they fucking make gas prices go all the way up. And guess what everybody did? They went out on the roads, went on the freeways, and parked their fucking cars and got out and left. What happened to their gas prices? They dropped. People need to fucking grow some goddamn balls, and I'm sure they probably chopped them off when they made you a dog or when they made you an animal. But I'm sick and tired of hearing people. You know, I heard something in a song the other day, and it made me cry. The man said this. He said, he can have the best of you and I will have the rest of you. The dog always gets the scraps. Okay? And in all of our music, you have all these people that you have, in all of our music, they're like, I'm a dog. Yeah, you're owned, you're property. You have an owner, a master, you're a slave. That's what a slave is. Woo! Yeah. Let's make the kids, they're already slaves because of all the tax credits because the government's so nice to give you these tax credits on your kids. That's called slavery. It's coming off of their backs. Okay? And not only is it coming off of their backs, okay? So don't fucking tell me, I'm a dog. No. You probably are a dog. Yeah, you're a prisoner, buddy. You're used to the scraps. That's okay. That's what a slave is. A slave got nothing but the scraps. Okay, the slave owners, they got the best, and they gave the rest the trash. You understand? They gave the trash the scraps. So wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. If you in the music and you willing to say, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, and you willing to take what's left instead of taking what's best, then you're the dog, man. You're the slave, dude. Wake up. This country, slavery still exists, and it exists all across the world. And I'm so sick of everybody pretending like, oh, like, we need to be free and all this stuff. And then you have all these people that are so fucking godly. Oh, I go to church. Of course you are, because you got you a slave. That's why. Don't fucking come talk to me about God. Because God is the slave. God is the one that you beat, that you hung, that you tortured, that you raped, that you treated like a dog and gave nothing. So don't come fucking talk to me about God, because believe me, I'm telling you, I have a sister-in-law that, matter of fact, she's like head up at a church, but she beats the living shit out of her dog. She beats the little dog. She beats the fucking shit out of the dog. And you want to talk about bitch? You want to talk about motherfucking freedom and slaves? And you're fucking beating the shit out of your dog and fucking putting an electric shock collar on your dog's neck? Is that not what they did to slaves? I am so sick and tired of the fucking hypocrites here. It's ridiculous. Don't fucking come talk to me about God and fucking when you're fucking a slave owner. Okay? That's what the fuck. You see this church right here? They're so, oh, look at this massive church with all these people sleeping in the streets. Yeah, they're not godly people. They're far from fucking godly people. And there's this Awakened church that's right over here on Broadway and 2nd Street in El Cajon. And fucking somebody, the homeless guy went in there and asked for some water. They told him to get the fuck away. I thought you're godly. Because in the scriptures it says if he asks for water, give him water. I'm so sick of having to live under this bullshit where we have to fucking abide by what the fuck they say, and we're being fucked in the ass. Okay? Fucked in the ass. And they're getting all this money from us and fucking nobody. Hey, did everybody forget about all the bailout money that all the corporations got during 2020? Are we getting any of that paid back? Because last time I checked, they're fucking raising the prices on everything. So why did we have to pay to bail them out? These corporations are not our problem. If we are fucking, they own the corporations. They're fucking wasteful. Very wasteful. They have 10 people working when no business, and they have 2 people working when your stores are the busiest. There's a bunch of fraud going on with this business in America. Okay? And it's fucking bullshit. And we should not be having to pay for it as taxpayers. We should not be having to fucking pay for them to be fucking wasteful. Last time I checked, if you're gonna kill to eat, you're not supposed to kill in vain. And that's what they're doing. They're killing to throw in the trash. They're murderers. So, hey, last time I checked, it says thou shalt not kill. It doesn't say an exception for corporations. Or an exception for fucking, let's kill a spider. Or a mouse. It says thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill is thou shalt not kill, bitch. What don't you understand? The law is the law. Kill is kill. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Because you feel some fucking type of way, and fucking obviously the management of what's going on here is bullshit. Because they're like, you can't move up. You cannot move up. Because you know what? You go to Jack in the Box, you still get a fucking half bag of taco sauce, a half bag of fucking whatever other sauce, a whole fucking half a bag full of fucking condiments. No, it was KFC. KFC. A whole half a bag full of honey. A half a bag full of honey and a half a bag full of butter. For one family meal. Does that make any logical sense, guys? So why are we bailing out these corporations when they are the ones being wasteful? We're not wasting. They are. That's their management. Obviously, their management needs to go into retirement, get it man age Men. Man-age-men-T. Man-age-men-T. Do you see what's going on here? It's a bunch of fucking fraud. It's fraud. And if I did it, I'm going to be arrested. I'm a criminal. I'm this. I'm that. And the reality of what's going on is the real fucking criminals are these goddamn corporations. And look, that's the third shooting star that I saw fall in the camera. The third one from the same exact spot. Isn't that magical? The same exact spot. I wonder what, you see? The same exact spot. The third one tonight already. Is that the third childbirth or what's going on? Because that's what, twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high. Like a diamond in the sky. Oh, is that the diamond that you get for getting married? Oh, that's their fraud system in the United States. Oh, that's the diamond. They're fucking murderers. That's what it is. That's the sick game of the United States. If you are a groom in the United States, you're a Christ. You're a slave. Okay? Because I see all these women, they're kicking it. Doesn't make no goddamn sense. It makes no fucking sense. Look at all this. Look. We have to sit here and people with their fucking flags and all this fucking flags with their fucking stars. Stars for what? For your fucking soul recycling system? Yeah, your soul recycling system. Oh, this is the one mind, we're one bullshit. You can blow that up everybody else's ass, but it ain't going up mine, baby. It ain't going up mine. I see right through it. And my pictures and my evidence show all what's going on in this skies. And you can see them in my images. You can see all the faces that I'm capturing out of these so-called stars, so-called planets, okay? Why am I catching images of human life? Why am I catching images of animals? In the night sky. It makes no sense. No sense. And then the American flag has all these stars on it. Huh. Like, nobody's questioning, like, all this shit that's not happening naturally. And everybody's like, chicken ain't natural, guys. Chicken is a mutation of two animals. Which means their genes have been genetically mutated to create a chicken. So it's not natural. There's fucking nothing natural about it. Okay? And California, they're like... My grandma, when she died of cancer, it was natural causes on her death certificate. Really? It wasn't natural causes. Because in every single convenience store that you walk into in California, they have little tiny fine print that says any and everything that you consume out of the state of California has things that are cancerous, that you are consuming, that you are eating. So you are eating things that give you cancer. So if you're eating things that give you cancer, how is that natural? Because you're consuming it on your own. You're voluntarily putting it in your mouth and eating the cancer. That's not a natural cause. So I'd like to know why. Again, she's from Missouri, and I'm going to go into another thing. Oh, that's another thing. She married my second grandfather, was married to him for 23 years. He couldn't work no more, so she gave him the boot. After he paid for this house and cars and da-da-da. Do you know the courts annulled the marriage? Annulled it after 23 years of marriage. Annulled. They didn't know it was not a divorce. It was an annulment. Can you believe it? That's a slavery. Okay? The courts signed off on a 23-year marriage as an annulment. Really? Oh, so because he can't work anymore, you put him out on the streets? And does he get anything back that he paid? He bought the house and paid for everything for 23 years? Or is it because she's from Missouri and they're allowed to have slaves and as part of the slave trade, California signed off on it? I'd like to know what's going on. 23 years of marriage, and you pay and you buy a house, and you can't work anymore, and you're thrown out, and she got to keep everything. And the court system signed off on this shit. So I don't understand why we have to sit here and play stupid with the United States government as if fucking slavery isn't going on, okay? Until you are the one that's a slave. Until you are the one that's a slave. Personally, I think if you guys agree with it, great. You guys are the ones that sign up for it. So I believe that anybody that believes in it, great. I'm happy. Great. We have our volunteers. So it's just that simple, because what I see, what's coming out of America is shit, crap. They say the almighty dollar, and you work hard for your mighty dollar and all this for crap. You're buying crap, shit that comes out of the ass, poop, shit, garbage. Nothing made in America is good. It's crap. Okay, so it's straight out garbage. Okay, so when it's straight out garbage, and we know that it's straight out garbage, that means it must come out the ass. It comes out the belly of the beast, right? You eat, belly of the beast, asshole, exit, right? That's what the fuck's going on here in the United States. So all this fucking bullshit, all this fucking bullshit. And guess what? Anybody that enters the United States, they have to deport people. You understand me? They deport. Maybe is this why we have all these people running out of their fucking minds on the street? These people are out of their minds. And on the CDC website, which is supposed to be the Center of Disease Control, diseases are for animals. The Center of Disease Control, okay, we have to prepare for the zombie apocalypse. The zombie apocalypse. The Walking Dead? Now, why would they be preparing for the Walking Dead or the zombie apocalypse if it's not something that Big Pharma is doing to our people? This is what the fuck, and people want to be, I'm proud to be an American. You ain't doing shit. You ain't got the fucking balls to fix what the fuck is going on here, and you too scared to speak up on it. I'm just saying, I'm the only motherfucker going live on this shit, straight up about it. I don't give a fuck what anybody, I'm not scared. Take me out. I am not scared of death, okay? I don't give a fuck what everybody else thinks and all this other bullshit. It's like I lived twice. You know what I'm saying? I give a fuck less. The fuck please. If I wanted to come back, I'd come back if I wanted to, but believe me, I want it, look. Believe me, I want to take me out, because I know how to fuck not to get back into this fucking recycling system. Know exactly how to not get back out in this recycling system. And the sad thing is you got St. Jude, and they're like, oh, save all the kids. All these kids have cancer and all this stuff. No. Kids are not born sick. Check it out. This is what's going on in the United States. People are looking for wealth, and people are looking for health. That's what's going on with Big Pharma. People are purchasing other people's time. This is why we have people out of their fucking minds. Okay? Because time cannot be, if you do a crime and you pay with your time, okay? How do they gain, how does the government gain with your time from doing a crime? Because it's not the victim that's receiving your time for you doing the crime. It's the United States government. Now, why the fuck does the United States government get your time? They're the fucking middleman. They're not even paying to house the inmates. The taxpayers are. So I don't understand what the fuck? Makes no sense. And here, people are just going in and stealing whatever the fuck they want to steal. And you can't do anything to them, because if they come into your house and you shoot them and you don't shoot to kill, they can sue you because they got hurt on your property. That's what's going on in California. So if they break a leg while they're breaking into your fucking house, it's, oh, poor baby. And now you're being sued, and you're the homeowner. That's what the fuck's going on in California. You know why? Because California wants to play zoo animals with humans. So since California wants to play zoo animals with humans, you need to get your kids out the street. I shouldn't have to pay for your little farm animal project. Because that's what the fuck's going on with Big Pharma. Because I witnessed them murder my father-in-law. I witnessed them murder him. And then his son, his so-called son, I say that because he's my ex-husband, okay? Are you afraid of me? Are you afraid? Now, why the fuck would your father be afraid of you? He's an 80-year-old. Why would he be afraid of you? Are you threatening him? Because I just don't think that these are old men that are dying. I believe that they're small children. And Big Pharma is playing in this game. Okay? So that's what the fuck is going on. And that's why it's odd, because the older men are the ones working. And the guys that are like my age, I don't know, 20 in their 20s, the 30s, oh, no 9 to 5. They don't have to put the work in because they already put the work in. Really? So you mean the ones that are out here breeding and fucking and fucking and breeding and fucking and breeding and fucking? You mean to tell me those aren't the guys that worked hard? You don't think that the ones that worked hard feel some type of way about that? Oh, they do. Big Pharma's involved in all this bullshit. Big Pharma's, you best believe those are the fucking rich out there fucking and breeding. You fucking better believe it. Because guess what? The old will be in the young, and the young will be in the old, and it's something man did. Big Pharma. So, everybody, I'm glad to get this out there. I'll have them all on my lives, on my page, and I will continue to get this out there, and I'm going to share this on several platforms, because that's what the fuck's going on in the United States, San Diego, El Cajon, California, okay? And I'm the fucking crazy one, because I'm coming out with it, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to continue coming out with it until I die. I wish they would take me out. I wish they motherfucking would. Because the reality of it is I'm opening up a fucking can of worms. I'm opening up a can of worms because if the old is in the young and the young is in the old, that's why they need CPS. That's why they need CPS. And, the wildlife with breeding, it must be cherry time. Yeah. And then people say that it's like it's just a fetish. And, it's just a fetish for raping people. Because that's what they're doing. The hospital is in control of the souls that are coming in and the souls that are going out. Okay? That's what the twinkle, twinkle little star is in the sky. You know, the diamond. Yeah. They're murdering people for this game. Because they say that it's love. It's not love. It's murder. And I'm not going to sit here and witness this and not speak out and fight for what is right. Because I'm in a country that gives a fuck about, they only give a fuck about them goddamn selves because it's sick here. And the rest of the world, I'm sure I don't even know where the fuck we're at. We planet, whatever, they're dome over us, I have no idea. Okay? This is murder. This happening here in the United States. Murder.